All right, let's get back to the Supreme Court, where the CJN has just retired after attaining the age of 70 today. A valedictory service is now being held for him. Let's bring in our judiciary correspondent, Celestina Arroyo, standing by for us in the nation's capital. Celestina, give us updates on that valedictory service, and just what people are saying about the now former CJN.
As well, we have people who spoke today, the Attorney General of the Federation, and also the President of the NBA, and also the Chairman of the Body of Benchers, and also the Chairman of Senior Advocates of Nigeria. They have very nice things to say about Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, and also the impact he has made in the Supreme Court and the judiciary at large. I recall it was during his term that the Supreme Court had its full complement for the first time of 21 justices, and it was also during his term that the Supreme Court had the lowest number of justices. They had about 10 justices. That was last year when Justice Amina Aogi retired. And also we recall some judgments that was delivered under his leadership. We recall that of the Naira redesign policy and also the local government's autonomy. And also he had made some changes in Supreme Court in respect to the students. He brought about judicial assistance for justices. Those assistants will help the justices with research and documentation. And he also made sure that the Supreme Court rule, which is 39 years old, it was also reviewed. So all these things were made back today. He also said that this would be the last day he will put us down as Justice of the Supreme Court. He has come, he has served, and now he has conquered. And we know that it's really Justice Kekere Ekun that will be taking over from Justice Olukayode Ariwoola as the 23rd CJN of Nigeria. And we know that Justice Kekere Ekun will be the second female CJN that Nigeria will be having after Justice Miriam Alam-Mutar that was sworn in by former President Goodluck Jonathan.
All right, thank you so much, Celestina, for that update. We know that we'll get more update from you subsequently. Thank you, our judiciary correspondent live for us in the nation's capital, Celestina Area. Now, in other news, the Academic Staff Union of Universities has given the federal government a 21-day ultimatum to address all outstanding issues. National President of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, said this at a press conference in Umuahia. Nena Gabriel has details.
It is no longer news that the Academic Staff Union of Universities has been on the shoulders of the federal government, pressing for their overall welfare. Among the issues are review and signing of the renegotiated 2009 agreement, payment of outstanding and academic allowances, proliferation of public universities, and removal of universities from the Treasury single account.
The union undertook a comprehensive review of the outcomes from its engagement with federal and state governments on various outstanding issues that have encumbered the development of our university and hindered university workers' drive to reposition them for the transformation of Nigeria as a country. The meeting further appraised worsening living and working conditions in our universities and the nation at large. The meeting received alarming reports on the failed promises of the government in addressing the lingering issues that forced the union to embark on a nationwide strike between February and October 2022. Seasoned and experienced scholars and lecturers have continued to flee to other countries that are less endowed than Nigeria, but where their expertise is better appreciated.
The federal government has not held any major meeting with the union, despite the threat to embark on an industrial action.
ASU-NEC, at its last meeting, resolved as follows: reject the slow pace of intervention by the Minister of Education in resolving the aforementioned issues.
The union plans to reconvene at the expiration of the 21 days notice to the federal government to take appropriate decisions. Nena Gabriel, TVC News, Umudike, Abia State.
A social activist group, the Kogi State New Generation Initiative, has called on media practitioners to uphold the ethics of fairness and objectivity in their reporting. At a news briefing in Abuja, they raised concerns that the dissemination of information by a section of the media have not been professional and accurate. Senior reporter Habida Lawal reports.
Most people agree that news organizations and journalists should reflect all sides of an issue and not push a particular agenda. A free and healthy media requires several features, including media independence, pluralism, the existence of impartial outlets, and high journalistic standards. This social activist group is saying the media should avoid being used as an instrument to settle election disputes, as that is the duty of the court of law.
We believe that a free and fair press is essential to our democracy, but it must also be a responsible and ethical one. The National Broadcasting Commission must take action to ensure that media outlets maintain the highest standard of objectivity, balance, and fairness.
They insist that the media must now expand the scope of journalistic practice to serve the interest of the public. The media has the power to shape public opinion with the information it puts out, especially with regard to its content and the tone of most of its publication. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission is asking online journalists in Kano State to uphold professionalism in their reporting. At a one-day sensitization workshop, the second-in-command at the ICPC headquarters in Kano, Abubakar Jibrin, who represented the Commission's chairman, emphasized the importance of factual reporting and urged journalists to use their platform as a tool in the fight against corruption in Nigeria.
We expect from the online journalists to be sincere to their profession by seeing to it that sensationalization is avoided, a reportage of either our activities or on issues regarding corruption generally, so that we will be on the same page. We will be able to move the nation from the dire consequences of the corruption that is staring in its face to a more positive and more acceptable situation.
This training, we hope that our members will be equipped with the right skills in terms of reporting issues that borders around corruption. You know, this is a sensitive area that reporters need to be.
We'll take a break now and return with more stories. Stay with us.